Hi, my name is Doug Martin. I have a couple businesses in the pet industry. We take care of people's pets. You know, I spend 90% of my life either in my bedroom or in my office, unfortunately. So because of that, I wanted to really make sure that my office space was very functional and was a center point for my home for me, so I would enjoy at least the time that I do spend at home working.
Today I'm standing in the home of Doug Martin, in his home office. Basically, this space, he wanted to be more of like a haven for him. Not just a workspace, but somewhere he can come home, relax, and spend a little time and not feel like he's at work. Lighting inside the cabinetry, under-mounted lighting, add for extra, depth and appearance, as well as the nice pencil glass inserts for the doors. On the back here, we've got some nice tack board, and we cover it in a fabric, which gives you, just a little bit extra look to it. Great place for, those extra notes, calendar, things like that when you need the space. Here we have some file drawers, all done laterally, but it gives him a nice space from behind his chair so he can just turn around, get to the files when he needs to, and then puts them away.
Well, I think the Closet Factory did a great job for me in really trying to understand my needs. I had a lot of electronic equipment, a lot of networking equipment, a lot of computers, and they were able to customize all the spaces to be able to make all of those look professional and look nice and be functional for me.
One thing that Closet Factory does differently from most companies is we actually measure the components. We measure them so that we can actually build around you and your needs. For instance, this printer down here, we measured the height, the width, and the depth of it in order to make it fit on a sliding shelf. It makes it more functional to be able to have something pull out and you can get to it easily for wiring purposes or just be able to refill the paper or anything like that. Cable trunking is a great way for when you want the wires, you can hide them up underneath the desk. So you got the place for the wires when you want it, but when you want to get to them, you can as well. Another thing Doug and I talked about was being able to maximize the space in the room. One way we did that was by adding more storage. We took this small little corner and put in a nice L shelf unit to add storage for DVDs, books, as well as a place for his TV and the components to go with it.
What set the Closet Factory apart, in my opinion, was their willingness to do a more custom approach to looking at my office. They were willing to make it look very professional with high-end type furniture, but yet in a custom build way.
One thing that's nice that Closet Factory does and that we really try to work with our clients on is every last detail. The details of how it's going to look, how it's going to function is all very important. What we did was we basically took the color of this cabinet by taking a shelf to the factory, and we did a color match of the stain. Basically, we took that stain onto the cherry wood of the home office so that we had an exact match. But just something as simple as rounding the end of the peninsula really helps with adding the flow of the home office. Not only will it keep you from banging your hip into the side of the desk, but it just adds a little bit more appeal.
And I think anybody wanting to make sure they have a nice high-end custom design furniture set would be very pleased to work with them. They really attentive to your needs, they'll listen to you, they'll design the space, and their service and delivery is great.